If you were given the opportunity to create your very own fragrance from scratch, what would you make? Girl, catch up! We already made the second one. Cue the music. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, also known as Curly Sense, and thank you so much for stopping by because today is a good day in the neighborhoods, baby. Why is it a good day, you might ask? Because all this teasing, secrecy, and excitement has been absolutely driving me nuts. It's so crazy to think that over a year ago, I sat down at this very table to make an announcement just like this one. For those of you who don't know, back in May of 2021, I had the seemingly once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create my very own fragrance. Myself, along with my friends Justin Copeland from Stay Fresh Productions and Ross from TLTG Reviews, teamed up with the amazing George Zaharoff to form the Z Creators. My beautiful baby, the Siren, was born, and the amount of love and support that you guys showed it was more than I could ever imagine. It sold out in 3 months, and until this day, I still receive messages asking me if the Siren will ever come back. Unfortunately, it was a one-time run, never to return. But I'm here today with some very, very good news for you all. Because of the glowing success of the Z Creators project, I am beyond happy to say that for the past 1 year, my partner Anthony and I have been working non-stop to bring you our brand new fragrance, Curly Sense X Zaharoff of the Immortals. Okay, so you're probably asking, what is the story behind this name and the fragrance? Firstly, let me say that this DNA is entirely new and not related to the Siren, but I still wanted to have continuity within the concept of them both. We're back at it again with Greek mythology, baby. I was thinking to myself, what figure or creature could I focus on this time? But then it hit me. Why go with one when you can go with all 12 gods and goddesses of Olympus? With this fragrance, we wanted to capture the beauty, power, and environment of the goddess and goddesses. I mean, gods and goddesses. And also the idea of being immortal. But even more so, we focused on the food and nectar of gods, also known as Ambrosia. And with that said, you're going to see how the concept and the specific ingredients directly relate to the entire presentation and how the fragrance smells. Time for presentation! Now, I know some people don't really care about the visual aspect of a fragrance, but honey, let me tell you something. Once you see this box and bottle, you're gonna care. When I received this prototype in the mail, I was shook by how much of a level up everything was from the last time around. I mean, of course I designed it so I know what it's supposed to be looking like, but having it here, it's on a different level. Both the box and the bottle feature the Ouroboros in the shape of infinity, which symbolizes eternity and the immortal lives of the gods. And luckily, the graphic designer was able to make use of my amazing drawing skills. Bruh. On the back of the box, you have a beautiful piece of artwork created by one of my favorite artists. Her name is Jovana from Serbia. I will leave her Instagram down below. And it showcases all 12 gods and goddesses wrapped around the box. The bottle also features a brand new design by Zaharoff with the stick and heavy metal. Heavy metal, woohoo! With the stick and heavy metal plate that will be making its debut with the Z Creators 2.0 project. And of course I had to add a little bit of a personal touch. Here is a personal touch. Right here. Hello, right here. Focus. By having my handwriting engraved on the plate. I'd never thought I'd say this, but I'm just as proud of the presentation as I am the juice. And with over 200 bottles on my shelf, this honestly stands out on its own. And I'm so happy with how perfectly everything came out. Moving on to the fragrance itself, we had the incredible honor of working with Man, which is one of the top fragrance labs in the entire world. These guys have worked on fragrances for brands like Armani, Dolce & Gabbana, Jo Malone, Zadig & Voltaire, Maison Margiela, Carolina Herrera. You guys get the point. They also gave us access to some of the highest quality ingredients and eco-friendly raw materials, which was super important to me. Such an amazing team to work with, and they really made it a priority to encourage a strong relationship with our perfumer. Speaking of perfumers, I couldn't think of a better person to work with than Gino Percontino, who was also the perfumer of my first fragrance. This guy always just goes far and beyond with his creativity and passion. When we sent him our vision for the project, he really appreciated that it wasn't just a list of notes that we wanted to use, but more of a story that we wanted to bring to life. It's also important to know that he was the only perfumer that worked on this fragrance from start to finish. And in the end, I think there was over 90 renditions that he created. These are some of them. We had multiple FaceTime sniff sessions throughout the process and even traveled to New York to add the final touches in person. I truly think that the reason why this fragrance came out so magically is because of the bond that we created. Let's dive into the actual notes, shall we? It's the hand for me though. It's the hand posture. For top notes, we have bergamot, honey, rum, sea salt, coffee, and pure brandy. In the meat, we have cashmere wood, coconut, jasmine absolute, fig, praline, and tonga bean. Finally, in the base, we have musk, sandalwood, amber, vanilla, organox, and oud. And yes, it really is as delicious as it sounds. But anyways, you guys clicked on this video because you wanted to know what it actually smells like, right? So let me start by saying that this is 100% unisex. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses. Wait a second, okay? I know a lot of men automatically think feminine when they hear the word unisex, as if it's the devil or something. But trust me when I say we made it a point to create something that could be enjoyed by both men and women, and let me say that you will smell absolutely irresistible either way. Now, not that of the Immortals smells anything like these fragrances, but if you enjoy scents like Kilian's Angel Share, Nishane Annie, Parfum de Marly Pegasus, Maison Margiela Jazz Club, BTK Gris Charnel, then you would definitely enjoy this as well in terms of how unisex it is. Now, let me set the scene for you all. We are in Mount Olympus, at the highest part of the mountain where the gods live. Wrapped in soft, pillowy clouds, a woodsy forest, and a garden of jasmine and fig trees. The gods are feasting on fruit, thick honey, creamy dessert, and fine spirits. There's a mood of ecstasy, power, and even fertility as they merged flesh with one another and fill the air with sensual musk. Guys, I was a poet in another life. That's what Of the Immortals smells like. This is an ambery, musky, and woody gourmand that's undeniably boozy and deliciously sweet with creamy, almost milky coconut, but it's not overly sweet and dense to the point where you can find on occasion to wear it. The roasted coffee and woods create a darker and mysterious edge, while the Jasmine Absolute and fig balance things out with a soft floral and fruity touch. All of this is surrounded by a sexy ambery musk, because hello, you know that Anthony and I love our musk. And just a little side note, I know some people see oud and tend to shy away from it, but I can tell you it's not even close to being stinky or barnyard-ish like poop. And it just adds a clean woody backbone that also increases the longevity of the scent. In terms of seasons and occasions, we designed this to work perfectly for the fall and winter months, or basically anytime you want to be told how freaking yummy you smell. Of the Immortals has such a smooth, sexy, and sensual profile that I think will be best for evening wear or intimate settings like dates. And when you're looking to get baked at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, served hot on a plate with a scoop of ice cream on the side, and eaten alive. Okay, what about performance? So this is a long-lasting eau de parfum with a 20% oil concentration. We did experiment with 18%, 22%, and even 25% extrait de parfum, but to get the exact smell and projection we wanted, 20% was the jackpot. You can expect to get at least 8 hours of longevity, and I absolutely love the scent bubble and trail that this creates around you. It's not going to have immortal projection, but for a gourmandish scent profile, we definitely hit the sweet spot. Pricing on Of the Immortals is going to be $160 for a 120 ml bottle. Now I get it, $160 is definitely a bit of an investment. But if you consider the lab we worked with, the quality and the price of the ingredients, the insanely elevated presentation of the box and the bottles, and the amount of juice you're getting, it's more than worth it. I guarantee that once you hold this in your hands and smell the fragrance, you'll see that this has quality written all over it. You guys know me. I would never release anything that was mediocre and that I don't stand behind 2,000,000%. So if you've been watching my videos for a while and trust the opinions of both myself and Anthony, you will not regret buying this. Once again, this is also going to be a limited run. And guys, a very small amount of bottles are being produced. It really made me sad to see that many of you didn't get the chance to smell my first fragrance, and now I see people on the internet taking advantage of it being sold out and selling it for like 5 times the price. I worry that the same thing is gonna happen with this fragrance, so I urge you not to wait and get your pre-sale in as soon as you can. Unfortunately, there won't be any samples for sale, but if you purchase any one of the Z Creator fragrances, you will receive a sample of the other 2 with your order. That being said, pre-sale has officially begun, and you can find the link to buy of the Immortals down below. Lastly, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. George Zaharoff for trusting us once again to create this beautiful fragrance under his loving umbrella. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to my boys Justin and Ross. They both completely outdid themselves with their fragrances, and I cannot wait for you guys to smell them as well. I'm gonna let them tell you all about their fragrances, so please make sure to check their announcement videos as well. And I will also leave their channels down below so you don't pretend that you missed it. So there you have it, guys. I hope I gave you everything you needed to know about my new fragrance of the Immortals. We poured so much love into this, and I can't wait for you guys to see and smell the final product, because honestly, that's what makes this whole process truly worth it. I'm not crying, you are crying. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.